Alright, peeps. Welcome to episode 1 of season 2. Starting out the new year with new time, new days. We will be doing Fridays at 8. We're running a little late right now. We're trying to get a hold of Murder. He might be along later. And then tomorrow we'll be doing the same thing at 2. Same stories and everything. It's just that we're doing it for the EU so that all of our fans in the EU can actually sit down and watch our shows as well. And we're doing this at roughly about 8 o'clock so that people on the Pacific time will be able to watch our shows after they get, go home and get things taken care of. So this is going to be new time frames. If you guys like it, let us know. If it's not convenient, let us know so that we can work our way around to making sure that we can accommodate everybody. So, well, our talk today was going to be about, it's still going to be about, how NVIDIA, AMD are seeing an uprise in their stocks after the Intel fiasco. Now, just be fair, everybody has a flaw in their software or in their hardware. Nobody has perfect software, nobody has perfect hardware. If they did, well then you wouldn't hear anything about them, which you only know about certain ones because you hear bad things about them, or bashing from one side or the other. Now, for me, I've built Intel systems, I've built AMD systems. To me, they're the same. Just one works a little bit better with office chores, and the other one works a little bit better on, playing games, in my opinion. And that's just that. That's my opinion. Now, we all heard about it. We probably read about it all over the news. If you watch the finance sections, you see a lot of it in the finance section of what's going on. A lot of tech sections are got a lot on this as well. And then just recently, Microsoft had to halt the patches because of some of the older AMD systems are getting locked up because of this patch. Because the patch is not really designed for AMD systems. It's designed for systems that run Intel. And so AMD and Microsoft are now working together to correct that problem so that they can get all these systems. I mean, there's probably tens of thousands of systems right now that are locked up that you can't do anything with because of this patch. I myself have not patched anything. I've been waiting, so we'll see what happens. 1 second, please. Okay, that was Murder. He was just saying that he's on his way. He had to take care of some things, so he'll be here. Now, I can say this with certainty. Intel took a big hit on this. And you have to know that Intel knew these problems because it's been an issue for 10 years. And they've never said anything about it. Never once did they say anything about it. They just kept going forward and kept going forward. And from what I've read, not to what I know, what I've read, is that Intel took some shortcuts. And that is how this happened. Now, if that's true or not is a different story. We're just going by what other tech people have said. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Now, their chips, I mean, yeah, there's a flaw in the chip, and it's being fixed. Let's call it as it is. It's a patch. Oh no, Stop. You have people all over the world who are just livid about it, but I mean, what are you going to do? Literally, what are you going to do? You're just going to have to accept the patch and move on. Hopefully people can do that. I do hope that Intel does recover from this, and I hope they learn from their mistakes. Now, AMD is benefiting from this as far as stocks are concerned. Well, because of this fix, this patch, AMD now is having its own problems because of Microsoft. Well, Microsoft is blaming AMD because they say that the documentation of their CPUs are not accurate. And that's what they went off of when they did the patch. My honest opinion, no they didn't. They put out the same stuff that Intel put out, and they say their chip does this, it does that, it's made like this, it's made like that. Microsoft made this for an Intel problem, not an AMD problem. So they really didn't look at AMD. That's my personal opinion. They didn't look at AMD. Now, when it comes down to it, I think that everyone should just do what you need to do, get your systems up and running for AMD when Microsoft and AMD get this figured out. Intel, you guys get your systems up and running with these patches, fix the little things, but when it comes to your passwords and stuff like that, you guys got to work with something a little bit more secure than those 4-digit passwords or the most common passwords that everybody uses. I mean, hell, I think the biggest one is God. I mean, seriously, people. Or the word password is their password. It's like, seriously? You really gonna go with that? Searchy can attest, my passwords are a nightmare. Because I'm constantly changing them, or I'm modifying the one I already have. To me, I think the password is key to a good system. Using both alphanumerics, and if your system allows you to use special characters, using special characters works really, really well, because then they have a lot more that they have to go through in order to get your password correct. Apple has not, as far as I know, put out a fix yet with Intel chips. I don't know if they have or not. I haven't read anything about it, haven't seen anything about it. If it happens, it happens. And, so, I mean, your guys' take on this is going to be what? In all honesty, what's your take on this? Are you going to drop AMD? Are you going to drop Intel? All because, people made mistakes? Well, it's going to be on you. So whatever you're going to do, you're going to do. Nobody can tell you otherwise. Like, I could tell you what's happening from my point of view, but that's as far as it goes. I can't tell you have to drop AMD or you have to drop Intel or, get NVIDIA. No, I'm not going to do that. That's not my job. My job is just to inform you guys. There are issues out there. There are fixes coming. So just roll with it. Let the fixes happen and move on. Yes, you do have to hope that they fix the security holes, because there is too much money to change consistently. I think that this is a learning experience for Intel. And by the way, stop finance situation. Some of the heads of Intel went and sold their stock a little while ago. And now they're being investigated, the last I heard, for insider trading. They knew this was going to happen. They knew their stocks were going to fall, and they sold their stocks at a higher price before announcing that there was a problem with their chips. I think that's a little trashy thing to do. Just shows you that Intel's in it for the money. They really don't give a rat's ass about the consumer. My personal opinion. When Microsoft their spokesperson wrote a little thing here. It says Microsoft has reports of customers with some AMD devices getting into an unbootable state after installing recent Windows operating system security updates. And Microsoft said, it says the Microsoft spokesperson, after investigating, Microsoft has determined that some of AMD chipsets do not conform to the documentation previously provided to Microsoft to develop the Windows operating system mitigation to protect against chipset vulnerabilities known as Spectre and Melt. Now, I really don't think that that's true. I think it's just that they didn't look at it. They just went and did what was for Intel, because we know that Microsoft loves Intel more than they do the AMD. So they're going to try to bash AMD a little bit just so that Intel doesn't look so bad. My personal opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Now, I'm reading this from The Verge. That's where I'm reading this particular excerpt from. Now, AMD confirmed the issues in the statement to The Verge. AMD is aware of an issue with some older generation processors following installation of Microsoft's security update that was published over this weekend that just passed. Says the AMD spokesperson. AMD and Microsoft have been working on an update to resolve the issue and expect to be rolling out again for those impacted shortly. Now, they're going to have to download this update or this fix and install it on their system through a USB or something like that. Yes, IOBit did have a warning out there about these updates. Searchy and I used IOBit. I've been using IOBit for a very long time. Searchy started using it not too long after we met. I showed her what it does. I guess she liked it. She liked the way it performs, and so she used it. We use it on our server. We use it, on our systems here. And they did say, do not download this if you're running an AMD chipset. I'm running an AMD on this system. Searchy is running AMD on yours with an NVIDIA card, correct? The laptop's Intel, correct? The laptop is an Intel. And so we're going to wait. And when they get this fixed, then, and only then, will we then update our systems. I suggest you do the same. Unless you have an Intel, fix your system, update your security from Windows, or from Microsoft, excuse me, and get that fixed, because it could be, people knowing that there are these out there are going to try to start fishing for them even more so. So your passwords and stuff are not going to be protected. You need to get that fixed. Now, Murder and I have looked at Bitcoin. So we're going to move on now. We're moving to Bitcoin. He himself had a little Raspberry Pi, that he did some work with, trying to get it running to do a little bit of Bitcoin mining. The update is we're going to, at CNG here, we're going to be purchasing one after we get our company taxes back. We are going to get a smaller one. We're going to research before we even get them. We're going to make sure that what we get is exactly what we're wanting. And if you are wanting to do Bitcoin, please just go and make sure that you are researching this before you try to start this kind of stuff. Now, there are some upcoming games that will be here soon. Now, you have the Metal Gear Survive. You have Survival one. Yeah. You go to the website. The website I'm going to right now is gamesradar.com. They have quite a bit of content. Agony. That was one of the other ones. It's a horror game. You've got to basically get through hell. You go to hell, you gotta get through hell, and get out. I've seen early access, no, not early access, footage was on Kickstarter. It was on Kickstarter for this. Now, it does say that they are releasing on March 30th, 2018, so that will be very soon. The new God of War, PS4 only. They're saying that, excuse me, it'll be early 2018 for the release. I have not played any of the other God of Wars because they did not appeal to me. Now, this one, a little more so does. And so we'll see what it's like. At Christmas, the in-laws did get us a PS4, so we do have that ability to stream from the PS4. Now, I personally cannot stream from the PS4 on my PC because I do not have Windows 10. You have to have Windows 8, 8.1, or Windows 10. I do not have any of those because I do not like them. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them in a box. Yes. But eventually I will have to update my system, but I'm hoping that it's after they come out with a brand new system, or I might end up going to one X. We'll see. Because I really don't like 10. 10 pisses me off, and we all know that pissing Grim off is not nice. Now, Days Gone will be coming out to PS4 as well. They're saying that it's all hype for Days Gone. It is a survival game. It is a zombie game. They're saying that it might not really go as well as they think, but I think it will. I really do. It's a new take on it, so you know it's not 7 Days to Die, and it's not We Are Billions or Trillions or whatever that game is. It's none of those. It's a little different. It's another zombie game. It's really what it was. Now, another game that a lot of people are waiting for is Red Dead Redemption 2. If anybody's played the first one, I played parts of the first one. It was good. It was really, really good. This is supposedly supposed to be a lot better. So we'll see how well that works out. One that I would like to see, because I do like playing my vampire games, like Vampire the Masquerade. I have Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, is Vampire. I would like to see that game. Now this one will be coming in spring of 2018. It will be for the PS4, Xbox One, and for the PC. So it will be on all three platforms. So we'll see if it is any good. I will be trying to find a way to purchase it, and I will be finding a way to stream it. And because it is on PC, I'll probably just buy it on PC. State of Decay 2. I wanted the first one, never got it, never played it, and I heard about part 2 coming out. This will give you the ability to have co-op, and it will have up to 4 players in co-op, so I think that in itself will be nice. There are some differences, like in this one here, when you get bit, you do have people who can heal you, but if they don't want to, they don't have to, they can just put a bullet in your head and be done with it. Save the mess for themselves. Now, Anthem. Anthem looks like it's a pretty decent game. Seen it. I'm trying to think when I seen it. Maybe about 3 months ago. I seen something pop up on YouTube, and Anthem looked really, really cool then. And as they came out with more and more trailers for it, I seen a lot more of a game that I would love to play. We'll see how it ends up, but it will be a co-op game, and we'll see later on how that's going to go. Now, the next game we have been looking at almost a year now since its announcement was Skull and Bones. It is a basic Pirates of the Caribbean style game. It is an open world game. It is a pirate game, so there are ships involved with this. And I can't wait. I personally would like to get behind the wheel of one of those massive gunships and just take it to it. Now, let's see here. This does say that there is a solo campaign, so that's going to be cool. And there is a PvP portion to this as well for online skirmishes. So that's going to be pretty cool as well. Mega Man 11. Mega Man has got a new look, and it will be on the Nintendo Switch, the PS4, the Xbox One, and on PC. So we'll see how that's going to go. And we got a lot of fans out there who are old school gamers, and they love their Mega Man. I love the first two, but for me, it was just getting to be too much with 3, 10, 20, 40, 60. All that all goes. Soul Calibur is coming out with Soul Calibur 6. I can't wait. I love playing Mitsuguri. He was one of my favorite of all times. Really only because I play him better than anybody else, but as far as any of the other characters. That one has not had a release date, but it did say that they will be releasing it sometime in 2018, and you will see it on PS4, Xbox One, and on the PC. Here's one for searching. It's called Dreams. And this one is from Little Big Planet. It's not a very big company, but they do put out some pretty good games. And this is, I'm reading this directly from here. It says, Dreams is on an entirely different scale. You can craft entire worlds down to the smallest detail. This staggeringly ambitious new game from developer Media Molecule gives you all the tools you need to shape a self-contained experience, be it a side-scroller, first-person exploration game, or a space shooter-up game, or anything in between. And judging from the early previews, the creative possibilities will set your imagination on fire. Now that's what's being said here from Games Radar on the little excerpt for this game, Dreams. This means that you're going to have the ability, everybody's going to have an ability to create their own thing, and people are just going to be able to play, whatever your heart's desire, obviously, but, you get to play on somebody else's world, and, you get to play what they've done to it and stuff. I think that's going to be pretty cool. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I think Search will. Especially just by looking at the picture. You got a little, what looks like a panda bear female with a sledgehammer, and then you got a fox with one eye, and then you got what looks like Falcor. A Falcor style mount. They really need to stop the Darksiders. I mean, seriously, it's just a technical war game. Yeah, I know, I got you on Falcor. That's why I said it. Now, Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown. That one is basically going to be a HOTA style game, and you can use it in VR if you have a PlayStation. I think this is going to be pretty cool. I hope you can use your photos with this. It would be very nice if you can, but if not, I don't think it would be as fun. Like trying to play Dangerous Elite without them. It's just not that fun. The new Spider-Man game has not been released yet. It does say sometime in 2018, and it is only for the PS4. I think with this new look of this new Spider-Man, I'm hoping that it stays true to Spider-Man himself. I've seen a lot of people who create a Spider-Man, and I mean, Jerry Maguire's Spider-Man sucked ass. Now, that's partially because of writing, directing, but also, they just... Tobey Maguire, sorry. Jerry Maguire was a movie, I think, wasn't it? With another bad actor. Yeah, that's it. Show me the money. That was what it was. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Yeah, Tobey Maguire. Yeah, his Spider-Man sucked. Jerry Maguire's Spider-Man sucked too, because Jerry Maguire sucked. There's a Final Fantasy VII remake coming out, PS4 only, and it is apparently what they say timed exclusive. What that really means, I have no clue, but we'll see what it will look like and see what happens. Right? Tom Cruise, he doesn't age, really. I think he does. I just think that he wears a lot of makeup. Mountain Blade. There is no release date on that just yet, not even a year on that one. The Last of Us Part 2. If anybody played the first one, I did not. You'll see that this is going to be a pickup, and I'm reading this from here soon. It's a pickup of the story of Joel and Ellie after the original game. So we're looking at this is 5 years down after the original game. So you're going to see the characters grow up a little bit, get a little older, and they're still trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic zombie world. We'll see what happens. Death Stranding. This has been hinted towards being coming out since last year's CES, I believe. It was CES last year. Or Gamescom last year. One of the two. And I think that, from what I've seen, it's going to look freaking amazing. The gameplay looks like it's going to be amazing. And with the actors that you have who are in this, I don't know the guy's name. He was from Casino Royale, had the blood poured out of his eye as he was crying blood. That guy. His name is Daryl. What's his name? The guy from Walking Dead. He's reading. I can't read. Matt Mikkelsen is that other guy who had the broken nose, eye and stuff. Marvin Reedus, that's his name. Yeah. He's supposed to be the hero. And I think Matt Mikkelsen is the bad guy. Kingdom Hearts 3, I know there's a lot of people who can't wait for that one. They can keep it. Not to the last part of it. But I think that eventually, from what I'm seeing in a lot of these games, you're seeing a lot of multiplayer games in this next year or two. I mean, you got not only online, well, obviously it'll be online, but you'll have co-op games where back in the day you used to sit down with a couple of your friends right in front of your Xbox or right in front of your PlayStation, and however many remotes you had is how many people you played a game. So hopefully they'll make a comeback with that. We shall see. Alright, peeps, it is now 9:07. We did get a late start. We didn't have a lot to talk about this time, but if you guys check back tomorrow, we are going to be broadcasting this again live. So that's not going to be Memorex, it's going to be live. For our friends over in the EU, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our shows on Fridays will be at 8 o'clock for this show here. Do keep a lookout. We will be having some, yes, 2000. We will be having other shows coming up soon. 1400 tomorrow night, yes. Or tomorrow afternoon. We will be getting into more artwork and things of that sort on CNG DesignZ page. I kind of got to get out of my own way on that one. The only person standing in my way is myself. And I honestly believe that I'm not good enough to be doing it, but I've been told that I am good enough to do it by more than just my research. But look for, not everyone. My own kids don't think I'm good. Look for Searchy in the morning, or Sit-Tim, as I seen it one day. I was like, what the hell is Sit-Tim? That's Searchy in the morning. You can rise and shine with Searchy. She streams in the mornings. Acronyms. Yes. Whatever. What's an acronym? Is that an acronym? An acronym is an acronym for another word? For another bunch of words? Is that what you're trying to say? Or is baby the acronym? Oh, is that, Searchy, stick your tongue out at your husband? Is that what baby stands for? I suppose. Alright, peeps. You'll find me streaming. I'm trying to stream a little bit earlier in nights. To try to do your first show on Sunday. What's that going to be? The Kickstarters? The Gaming Kickstarters? Let me show you something that we're making for CNG DesignZ. It looks like a regular little box, doesn't it? With just like weird pictures and stuff. Oh yeah, shit. Don't shoot me, woman. But if you put a light to it, you can actually see there are pictures inside of them. And these pictures were printed on our 3D printer from actual photos. You can't see them too well? Here, try to... It's too much. Let me move it back a little bit. Oh, being too close. Let me, hold on, peeps. Turn that off. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. Is that it right there? You see it? It might be the monitor. Yeah, it's the monitor doing it. Yeah, there. Let me put it in. This doesn't work. Make it dark enough to see, but apparently it can't. I mean, you can see it looks really good here. Can you see it good from right where you're at? It's too glowy? Really? Maybe you might be able to see it. Might be able to see it on the here. The LEDs are so bright. Ah, people. You could do it. Yeah. Oh, look. I got it. I got someone. There. That's me and Searchy when we got married. There's one photo. And we 3D printed that. And then that is Searchy's sister and brother-in-law. Oh no! No, don't do that. That is Searchy with her mom and her sister. And these are some of our children. Oh man. Get in there. Look at it. Anyway, I mean, you can really see the detail in all the pictures, and it's 3D printed. So I think that that's actually pretty cool all in itself. And we're going to be working on doing something like this for like commission work and things like that. Taking people's photographs and then putting them onto little glow boxes like this, or making a bigger glow box, and obviously lighting them up. Screenshots, yeah, you can do screenshots from people's games that they have. Pretty much. Yes, your World of Warcraft Torrent. I've got to work on that one. I've got to take and cut a torrent out, make it all nice and pretty, and put it on there. So we'll be doing a lot of different things like that. We'll be having I have to change the torrent a little bit because, you know, Blizzard probably tried to sue me because I 3D printed a torrent. You know how everybody's getting sue happy these days. Yes, the cosplay costume photos for conventions. If somebody's dressed up in cosplay, we'll be able to use the green screen, which is black behind me, and we'll be taking them and doing like 8x10s, 5x7s, 3x5 photographs, and turning those into the lithographs. And we're going to try to see about having something in the background showing maybe a dragon fighting with them or something. We'll put something in the background. And we'll be doing the lithophane, you know, photos for that. And like I said, making a little box for it to go into, putting a light in there with it. And eventually we're going to look at trying to create the lithophane magnets that you can put on the refrigerator that has a light built inside of it. We'll try to do something like that. But like right now we have the 3D printer going, and we're doing another one for Big Frog t-shirts. And it's going to be, yep, trade show stands. It's the logo, and we're going to look at creating logos for the companies and putting them on 3D, or not 3D, but putting them on lithophanes, and building a special little box for them so that when they display it, you know, it's got their logo and everything right on the inside, and using a translucent paint that we can then paint each one of the areas the colors of the company's, you know, logo. And when the light shines through, it gives it that color. So we're going to look into doing something like that. And yes, this is going to be our prototype. And if it does work, we will be offering it to other companies, or if people want it for their channels, they can get one made for their channels. Yeah, commission work does need to get, because some of these things will take up. The one that we're looking at, it was 30 days, but it was a 15, 7 was the thickness. Is the 8 or 10? Yeah, 15 by 8. Yeah, 15 by 8. So it's 15 inches long, 8 inches tall, and it was like 3 inches wide. Or not 3 inches, 3 millimeters wide. And so that the light could pass through it. And it was going to take 30 days to actually print one of those. So this doesn't this isn't something that can be done really quick unless you make them in a smaller style, similar to one of these here. When you make them about like this takes about 5 hours. It takes about 5 hours to print one about this size. The one we got going right now has been printing for how many hours? 7? 8 hours. Been printing for 8 hours, and it's a 16-hour print, and that was for what size do we make that? Yeah, that's a 3x5. Yeah, so it's a 3" by 5" one that we created, and that's a pretty high amount of time. But when it's all said and done, it does look really, really good. And there's really not a lot of cleanup that has to be done with these, so those will be something that will be pretty cool. And maybe even for a Christmas present for a loved one or something, get a picture of, say, your wife's mom and dad for their anniversary. You get one of these, get it on the good side, Become the favorite son-in-law. That's still under a test for right now. Once we have it perfected for coloring it, that's when we'll be able to offer coloring. But right now, we're just going to be able to hand paint and airbrush the paint on for right now. Keep an eye out for, we'll be sending out links for an app, for a messenger app, a notification app that you can get for CNG Gaming. So you can get all of our updates from that app, and you don't have to worry about waiting for it to come through Twitter or waiting for it to come through Facebook or whatever. It'll come right directly to your phone and let you know when we're going to be going live. And that'll be for any of our shows. Mine, Searchies, Murder, or, it'll be my show and her show too, but CNG DesignZ. So. But anyway, peeps, we have come to the end of the show. I do appreciate everybody for coming out. I do appreciate you throwing your 2 cents in there, Nixie. And I do appreciate you correcting me on that Tobey Maguire thing. Because, I really fucked that up. But, tomorrow, Murder should be with us tomorrow, so let's hope we get his 2 cents on this situation. And we'll go from there. Like I always say, peeps, friends don't let friends get alone. Peace.